welcome back to my Boy, you know you make me float. Anywho, let me stop waffling. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. The most asked question that most frequently asked question that I've ever gotten since I started the internet, and it's pretty much, how did you do what you do to get where you are now? And I want to start my own, but I don't know where to start, in a nutshell. So yeah, I'm gonna start with a disclaimer just to say that the internet is very much based on luck and algorithms, which means that no matter how hard you work or how great your aesthetics are, that doesn't necessarily equate to how many followers you'll get or how noticed you'll be or how much people appreciate your content, because it's literally just based on traction, and the more people are in one place, then the more people will go to that place. It's like, think of like data trends and like magnets just pulling into like different clusters. So just because you are working hard and your content is aesthetically pleasing or interesting doesn't mean that people will see your content first. So don't ever feel like you're doing something wrong. There's literally no step-by-step process to how the internet works. It is literally just a luck, algorithms, and blowing up and going viral. So keep doing what you're doing, but don't feel like you should stop because you're doing something wrong. A lot of people that I've seen just blow up, literally just blow up, and then they suddenly start talking about grinding and hard work and being young and successful and pushing themselves. It's just like, I'm not saying that people don't do that, they do, but a lot of people that get where they are, it was literally just something that made them blow up. It wasn't any like extra hard work and staying up late at night, blah blah blah. Like, social media is such a lie, I can't deal. Literally, people just shout hard work because they have followers, even though they probably didn't do anything special. So do not feel like you're working any less than anyone else. You need to be doing more than anyone else. It is literally just based on trends and algorithms and luck. With that being said, I'm just going to share with you guys my journey to get where I am right now, and just a bit of advice as to how you can go on in starting to build your own brand. So I started my channel like 2, 3, 4, I'm so old now. I started my channel either year 10 or 11, I honestly don't remember. I feel like it was year 11. When I just started going natural was when I started my channel. I just started going natural and started making videos on my natural hair and stuff. Then I was mixing that with like fashion, lookbooks, and that type of thing. So that's pretty much where I started, and here we are now. Ever since I decided that that's what I wanted to do, I haven't stopped doing that. So the consistency was there. Every time, like when I decide like, yo, I want to be a YouTuber, blogger person, I have not stopped like placing myself in that position. We started that around 2 or 3 years ago. I started off as a blog because I used to post like my outfits on Instagram all the time. People would be like, oh my god, you should start a blog. Actually, they didn't even say that. I did just want to start a blog. I feel like I just wanted to start one. No one really cared or asked, but I wanted to start one anyways, and people liked it. So here we are. So yeah, I started my blog, and I felt like no one was really reading much at the time. I didn't like writing anyways as much as I thought I would. So then I started my channel, and I just loved editing, creating, making, blah blah blah, and then that is that, and here we are today. I started my channel and I pretty much just stayed in that light and on that scene, and then yeah, I just brought myself here now. Hi. And pretty much up until like, I just had a consistent growth of following up until like December, January time. I made a video on Instagram and photoshopping your pictures, which by the way, people really think that I photoshopped my pictures, but I was literally just exposing people, and it was just a wrong choice of wording in my title. But if you watch the whole video, you'd know what I was talking about. Anyways, off on a tangent, but yeah. And then that blew up, and then since then everything has grown exponentially. One thing with social media is that the more followers you have, the more followers you will get. So once you have, like, getting up to 10,000 followers takes forever, but between 10,000 followers and 20,000 followers can take literally from anything between a few days, a month, and you are suddenly a role model and goals AF. No shade, but yeah, then that happened and we're here right now. And yeah, it's been good stuff since. I started working with brands probably January 2016 was when like I started working with brands. Like 2016 was such a great year for me. Wow, 2017 just really spun me on my ass. Anywho, yeah, I started working with brands in 2016 once I had like a decent engagement and following, and people would actually like be interested in what I was using, doing, or like what I liked. And that came from me building a rapport where it was just like I'd give people information and they'd soak in that information, and based on that they'd do something. So it's kind of like my tone of voice that I decided to use gave me an influencer title. It's saying that the least egotistical way that I can, but it's just when you decide that you want to start building your brand, there's a certain tone that you have to use, which puts you in a position to give advice on products or clothing that people will then listen to you, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got to where we are right now. So into the advice. First things first, consistency. The internet moves very quickly. There's lots of people on it, which means that if you want to stay relevant, you have to keep posting, because if you only post like once a month, once every 3 weeks, people will forget you and you are pretty much irrelevant. So if you want to build traction around your platform, wherever that may be, you have to be consistent with it to keep people recognizing your face, just to kind of like drill it into them. So yeah, consistency is absolutely key. Like I have not stopped posting except for like when I'm in like a funk for like 3 weeks, but I haven't stopped being socially present since I decided I wanted to start. That is so important, because there's a lot of people on the internet, and if you disappear, people will forget you. This isn't, you know, yeah. So yeah, you have to post things like, one, at the right time, two, a certain number of times a week. Like anytime I need like a follower boost, I will be posting on job like once every day. At like there's a point where I was posting every single day because I wanted that traction to build. So yeah, you have to do that. What else is there? So there's consistency. When people ask, they always say, oh yeah, I'll make a channel, but I'm scared what people are gonna think, people at my school will say, or if they find it. Like honestly guys, you can't live your life for other people, because they'll be making fun of you now, but from personal experience, in about 3 or 4 years they'll be trying to do what you did after making like those comments or talking about you. So do not let anyone stand in the way of what you genuinely want to do. Like genuinely want to do, don't let anyone stand in your way, because it's all about you. At the end of the day, there's only you out there. So if I let you dictate my future, then what's in it for me? Like what is actually in it for me? There's this other notion that people keep going by, that there's already so many influencers out there. Like there's too many bloggers, there's too many MUAs, there's too many stylists. If you genuinely want to be one, this will not affect your path whatsoever, because I've never heard anyone say there's too many lawyers, there's too many doctors, so I'm just not going to do that with my life. Like that makes zero sense. If anyone has noticed this, but if I subscribe to someone else, you don't lose a subscription. Like there's no limit to how many people you can subscribe to. So if you make a channel, no one else is losing a subscriber, and no one's gonna say, oh, I can't subscribe to her because she's new. Like I don't know, like everyone's saying like everyone their mama has a YouTube channel. When I made my channel, and that was like 4 years back, if I took that advice, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So I don't know, I just feel like it's a very wishy-washy idea. Like okay, so you're just not going to do it because other people do it too. I think it's because social media is a very condensed world, so it feels like everyone's doing this. But if you go out into the open, like in your 10-mile radius, 25-mile radius, how many people are bloggers or YouTubers? Probably not that many. So if you really want to do it, then go for it, because like there's enough content out there for everyone. Like no one's gonna lose content if someone else comes online. It's just not gonna happen. So yeah, don't feel like there's too many people out there. Like some people started their channel like 3 months ago and they're doing so well because they didn't listen to the advice of there's already too many makeup artists, YouTubers, bloggers, blah blah blah. Equipment. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, I want to start a channel, but I need to save up for a MacBook. Stop right there, please. You do not need a MacBook to make a YouTube channel. The internet works on Windows. Please, like, you don't need one. Like, it's literally not necessary. I started with my camera and my laptop, yes, but I know a lot of YouTubers that started with their phone alone, like literally just their phone to edit, to film. It was just them and their phone. Annie Drea, she got like 20,000 subscribers just with her phone because people liked her content and her personality and her aesthetics. Like, as long as you're doing good with what you're actually producing, it doesn't matter what you have, because you can have like every single fancy camera lighting out there and you're boring AF. So don't let that stop you. With that being said, however, good quality content is important because there's so many people out there with good content. You creating shitty content, people will not watch you because there's so much choice. So I'm not going to struggle to watch your shitty quality when someone else has like a decent quality. Like, you know, just like a little bit of good qualities, like just a little bit will do. Working with brands. So there's, I've explained this briefly in another video, but there's like two sides to working with brands. There's like brands who work with people who have a mass following. So that's like if you have like between, I don't know, 30,000 and however many upwards, 50,000 probably upwards. And they work with you mainly because you have a high following, so it's high exposure, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have engaged followers. Then there's brands that work with people who don't necessarily have the highest following, but they have a very, very good engagement rate, which means that the people that do engage with their content are very, very engaged with it. So brands work with them because they have a high influencing power. So that means followers aren't everything. Like, you can have, I've seen people with like less followers than me work with like much better brands because of their engagement with them. So it's not like, no matter how many followers you have, always like treat your content the same. If you're creating for 10 people or 10 million people, it doesn't matter. Like, still put everything into it, because like there are people who are looking to you for advice, and just because 10 million people aren't looking to you for advice doesn't mean that it's still not relevant information. Money. Okay guys, if you're doing this just for the coins, let me tell you, just stop right now, because people just don't understand that this is as much of a job as anything else, and you're supposed to pay accordingly. Like, brands, like, there's a lot of brands that do not rate, because excuse me, a free shirt's not gonna pay the bills. Like, do you mind? Like, I understand that money isn't everything all the time, which is why you have to genuinely love blogging or making videos, because if you're doing it just for money, you will get absolutely nowhere, because people do not rate. Like, guys, the level of disrespect is so high sometimes. I'm just like, we're really gonna have to fight one day, like, please. So yeah, if you're doing it just for money, then just stop right now, because I started working with brands last year, but I didn't start seeing a significant amount of income from brands until this year. So if you're just doing it for the money, I'm telling you now, the door is that way. I feel like that's it. So consistency, followers and everything, money, connected with brands, equipment, haters. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, you just have to, if you want to do it, there's literally nothing stopping you. Just do it. Like, there's so people who have so many excuses all the time. It's just like, you really don't need to. Like, just do it. Like, literally just do it. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't. If it doesn't work, fine. But I feel like people have this thing where they just don't like being at the bottom of the pile. There's nothing wrong with being a newbie and starting something and building it up, because like, emphasizing that there's nothing wrong with just starting, like there's nothing wrong with having only 20 subscribers or 30 subscribers. Like, just start and build. Like, don't be embarrassed to like be at the bottom, because you work your way up. Like, it's always great to start something and finish it too. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope I helped or gave you the confidence or the courage to do it. Like, we all had 20 subscribers at one point. You're not gonna get to 50,000 subscribers if you don't start with 20. Like, come on guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, add me on Snap, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. My lips look so great right now. Jeez. Bye guys.
Ever told you that I had better? Yeah, you know I got jokes, and I'm always telling you how I feel. Go through my quotes. Yeah, I be writing down every single line. I be thinking about every single rhyme. When I'm with you, I can see the whole show. Oh, baby, I got a stroke, and I wanna give to you, but I don't want them to know.